Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat Kodash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Bayath, the Dawadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. So, just found an article on the dailymail.com. It says that Texas City sees huge spike in UFO sightings, including bizarre strings of light that light up the night sky. So, we're just going to read a little bit of this article, and we're going to get some scriptures, and Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. It's not going to be that long. So, here we go. So, going down here. Slovakia, my PS4 is acting up again, but here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, excuse me, I just skipped it right there. It says a Texas city, which has seen a huge spike in UFO sightings, is hoping a new app can help identify the phenomenon. The skies of Austin are increasingly lit up by unexplained sightings, partly thanks to Elon Musk's Starlink. The network of 6,000 satellites were launched by his SpaceX company to try and bring internet to remote areas. Going down here. So give me a second here. This thing's acting up. Okay, and it says here, as a result, there has been a rise in the number of suspected UFO sightings. Although experts acknowledge not all can be explained by a billionaire's project. With Starlink and other phenomena up there in the night sky, you see more and more that you can't explain right now. Michael Endo, a professor of astronomy and physics at Austin Community College, told Keishon. Okay, and it says, now the Enigma Labs app is attempting to try and gather more data on so-called UFO sightings in order to classify them better. The app asks users to upload photo of the object, description, and location data, which is then sent to the government. The company examines the reports and rules out objects which have a clear explanation, such as Starlink. Okay, and it says one of the things that we've heard from the Pentagon and from NASA is that a lot of the issue with this topic is that there's not enough data. So that's exactly what we're trying to do, is gather more data. Alejandro Rojas, a UFO researcher with the app, said. Once you can't rule things out, that's when you have something anomalous that either deserves more research or can point you in a direction. Among the explained phenomena submitted through the app was a small cylindrical UFO seen zigzagging above the Austin skies of July 28, 2023. Oh boy, here we go. I had a feeling that this was going to happen. But, anyway, so there's been more UFO sightings coming up. So that right there should tell you what's going on. Okay? And the Lord's about to make his move, Lord willing, real soon. Okay? Sorry about all that. Let me get down to where I was. Because this thing be bugging to the point where it gets on my nerves. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I left off right here on July 20, 2023. So going down, so there's that cylindrical light or object in the sky right there. And you have another one right here, which is, so it says here another stargazer gave an account of a strange, let me do something real quick here. There we go. Sorry about that. I should have done that earlier. It says another stargazer gave an account of a strange object spotted in December. It says, I can't remember who saw it first, but we noticed this object directly above us. It felt distinctly weightless, spherical, and kind of amorphous. That covers this. The texture was almost like a static TV, kind of gaseous and grayish black, except for a bright red glow that would flash along one edge and then another, then emanate from the bottom of the object. It says, it was definitely at or above cloud level and was visible until it was way off in the distance. Never changing its speed. To my perception, we have no idea what this was. Not balloons, because it was too far and cutting against the wind. Definitely not a plane, definitely not a consumer drone. One curious incident during the solar eclipse was saw a black object that floated past the sun during the cosmic event. Okay, so I'm just about done because I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with this thing. I'm just gonna keep doing that. But so yeah, these are just sightings of what people are seeing, and we all know what it is. We all know. And let me see. So, boy, this thing really be. Okay, so there we go. It says, and there's a closer look up at this flying beam of light. And it says here, 10 minutes before totality, I see this object through my camera fly by on the screen. Didn't think much of it at the moment until I reviewed the footage a few days later. But UFO skeptic Robert Schaefer has his doubts about the usefulness of the app. Since we know that the vast majority of reported UFO sightings are readily explained, and hence of no scientific value, this app encourages the reporting and sharing of the low-quality UFO sightings. This muddying the waters. So, it promotes the idea that seeing UFOs is something that the average person can expect to experience, but even if you don't see anything, send us a photo of the sky anyway. Okay? Because right now it's not the time for the Lord to fully reveal, He's revealing them, yes, but just little by little. It's not the time to fully reveal what it is and where it comes from. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and get into these scripts here. I'm going to start off with the book of Psalms. Yeah, it's bugging again. I'm not even gonna bother with it. But anyway, it's gonna be Psalms chapter 68. 68 verse 17. 68 verse 17, and it says, the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Okay, so just to go to show you that Yahweh Shemel Shai has an army of chariots, an innumerable amount of angels, chariots, and all that, and the Lord is among them. Okay, it's the heavenly host. right? And the chariots. In fact, let me get the script here. Zechariah. Zechariah 5, starting at verse 1. And it says, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, And I see a flying roll. And the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. So, when you read that in the NLT, it's saying a flying scroll. Okay, and 20 cubits meaning, I think it said like 30 feet long, and 10 cubits meaning 15 feet wide. In verse 3 it says, Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth before over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side. According to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side, according to it. 24, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. Alright? And into the house of him that sweareth falsely. And that word sweareth is talking about, take an oath. That's no swearing falsely by, a false oath. Not keeping your word. Sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. So, in the house of the thief is talking about Esau, Edom. Okay. He's that thief, he's that vagabond. So the chariots are going to enter into his house, and they're going to just tear shit down, burn it all to the ground. Okay? These, like I said, these chariots, they're watching everything. But mainly they're watching out for the elect. And the scriptures say the angels encamp round about those that fear him. Okay? It's going to be Isaiah 66, starting in verse 15. It says, For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Verse 16, For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. And plead with all flesh means he's going to judge all flesh. He's going to punish, that judgment. And the slain of the Lord shall be many. Okay? So, these chariots, man, when the Lord gives that command, these chariots are going to be destroying a lot of people and a lot of stuff and a lot of structures. They're going to completely burn this place down. Verse 17, They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and then the abominations and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. So, all these people that are, that into this idol worship, and they do all these, these things, these abominable acts, eating abominable food, they're going to be burnt in the midst thereof as well. Verse 18, For I know their works and their thoughts, and it shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. Okay? Verse 19, And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pul and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tubal and to Javan, and to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. Alright? So the prophets, the Israelites, we're going to, these nations are going to come together and see the glory of the Lord, his nation, his people.
Okay? And the Israelites, the prophets, are going to declare the Lord's glory among these heathen nations. And that's, right now that's what we're doing. Okay? Not just prophesying the downfall of this place and giving everybody, these heathen nations the judgment, but we're glorifying Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai while we're out there. Alright? So, these chariots, man, these, for the elect, they are a sign of hope and salvation. But for the 2/3, as well as the other heathen nations, it's a curse. It's a terror unto them. And rightfully so. This is going to be Romans 13 and 11. Romans 13 and 11 says, "And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed." Okay? So, you Israelites out there, man, it's time to get with it. Because we don't have much time left in this grace period to get right. We don't have much time left to get this understanding, this wisdom here. So get as much of it as you can. Start watching as many videos you can a day, but just keep a balance. Don't overwhelm yourself. But it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. It's high time to awake. Our salvation is nearer than we believed. And these chariots, like I said, they are a sign of hope and salvation for the elect. And Lord willing that we are of the elect. Okay, verse 12, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light," which is this truth. Okay, verse 13, "Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy." So we have to carry ourselves in a much more civilized and disciplined manner. Not being, ignorant, getting drunk, starting fights and arguments, and just downright being foolish. Verse 14, "But ye put on the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof." So don't make provision for the flesh. Don't be for the flesh. Okay, don't satisfy the flesh. Don't be carnal. Basically, be spiritual. All right. That's how we have to be. We have to be spiritual. We can't be carnal. All right. Because to be carnally minded is death, and to be spiritually minded is life. Alright, that's all I had for this. And, Lord willing, it was edifying to the body, to the sincere believers and the new listeners. So yeah, man, these chariots, they're popping up now more so than ever. So just keep watching while let's pray. That we may be counted worthy to escape. Alright? Sorry about this thing. It's just acting really wonky right now, but Lord willing, it was edifying. Okay, and with that, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, B'Kadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning.
and unto the Tobiah, the Davidah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere citations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom, Barakatham.